Farland, I think we can all agree that when we stop and we really think about it, it's hot outside.
Yes.
We reach triple digits, but in hindsight, it's not that bad for Arizona.
No.
Yeah, this is almost what we expect right
Yes.
in Arizona.
Yeah, I grew up here. 100 degrees is I'm good. I'm good.
As long as it's not
Starts
115.
going, yeah, getting up there, then we'll talk. But 100, I'm okay.
Glass
Yeah.
half full. So what is it
Exactly.
looking like for the rest of the week?
Well, we're going to see a drop in the temperatures for tomorrow, but unfortunately later in the week there's a couple days to watch out for where I'm forecasting 97 and 98 for a high temperature. Again, staying away from the triple digits, but with the way the last few days have played out, don't be surprised if one or two spots do reach that number like we saw today. And unfortunately, the airport was one of those unlucky spots that did manage to reach that mark, and that's why they did reach that 100-degree mark along with all the dry air they have and the high pressure and all that too. Now, we do have rain chances today for a few spots out there, but if you live in Tucson, it's mainly going to be for your day tomorrow. Looking outside around the city, the only spot we're having any kind of rain developing is going to be on the top of the rincons. Now, what you're looking at here is going to be the Catalinas, and even those clouds are trying to build on up a little bit. You can kind of see how it's trying to turn into a rain cloud right there, but it's not quite there just yet. But don't be surprised to see a little bit on the mountain here within about the next hour or so. Temperature currently sitting at 99 degrees, so we're back down to the double digits. That's probably where things should be for this time of year. The wind is now shifted coming out of the northeast. That should help us out a little bit as well. Now, when it comes to rain developing here, I am seeing a few clouds again closer towards the Rincon Mountains, right about there where the clouds are building up. And same thing closer towards the central portion there of Cochise County. In fact, that very well could be a thunderstorm developing in the area, and it looks like it is. There's been a couple strikes of lightning here and there with it, but I don't see anything like that happening in the city of Tucson with the way things are starting off so far. So let's go ahead and start off here in central Cochise County. And with the way it is, it does look like a very weak thunderstorm at the moment. Only one strike of lightning here and there, but the rain rate is something we need to keep an eye on with some storms. So this one looks to be a little bit higher, over an inch of rain an hour. And there's a couple spots near Tucson that also have that rain developing. You can't see, though, it's along the mountains, not really so much in the city itself. But there's one spot I'm seeing not too far outside the city of Vail that could be turning into a weaker thunderstorm. Some areas of heavy rain looks to be along Houghton Road, just north of I-10. So that's one spot that we could be looking at a weaker thunderstorm developing. In fact, when it comes to the height here, remember, the higher it is, the stronger that storm is. It is building up quite a bit. So 30,000 feet on this storm does tell me it should have a couple rumbles of thunder here over the next few minutes, but it should be dying down pretty quickly, although that is one we'll look at for you over the next few minutes. All right, so tracking at the next few hours here for us, I think Sierra Vista still has the best chance of rain for the day today. For most of the rest of the city of Tucson, though, it's going to hold off until about 11 a.m. or so tomorrow morning. Now, thunderstorms don't look like they're overly likely here for the city, but there's a handful of spots, especially closer towards an area like Nogales or Sierra Vista, that have that better chance of thunderstorms for tomorrow. So better chances of rain, I think, are going to be for Cochise County, about 60% chance for you, 40 for Nogales, and about 20% chance of rain for Tucson. But when it comes to thunderstorm chances, I have it down to 10 to 20% for this area that you see here in yellow. If you live in Tucson, there's going to be too many clouds in the morning. Our temperature's not going to be warm enough, and all the rain we do see is going to be light rain to drizzle, so we're not going to have that time for thunderstorms to be developing outside. All right, so as we work our way into the next few hours here, that high pressure will be moving out, but unfortunately a second one will be building up towards the end of the week. And if you remember earlier, I was talking about warmer temperatures on Thursday and Friday. That's going to be a big reason why, because high pressure is moving back. But there's going to be something to help us out to get us away from this warm air. Early next week, a low pressure center will be dropping down, starting off late Monday. Might even bring us rain chances, I think, on Tuesday. But really outside of that, before we get to about next Tuesday, I just don't see it. Plenty of sunshine is going to be there once we're done with the day tomorrow. You also are going to be looking at a 20% chance of rain, as I mentioned, wrapping up by the evening hours. And there's your warmest days, going to be Thursday and Friday. 97, 98 degrees, and we're going to be staying right there in the mid-90s throughout most of your weekend. So if you don't like the warmer temperatures, wait till the middle of next week, because it's looking a whole lot better at that time.
All right, thank you, Daniel.